Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So this latest kick that I'm on is called Burnin' Down, a One-Night Stand, and these are songs about just that, about one-night stands. Thus far, we have looked at the songs Sunshine and Chocolate by Semisonic, Do You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart. We went, a little bit off the MSA sanctioned ones and talked about Darling Nikki. And now we are going to start off this week's set by talking about Right Girl by the Maine. So this is first of all flashing back to the summer before my senior year, this particular song and when I got really into it. But Right Girl is told from the perspective of a guy who got caught running up a tab, couldn't drive home, so he had to share a cab. And the person with whom he shared a cab introduced herself by her last name, the kind of girl you steal from the football team. They hit it off, but he says in the chorus that he did the wrong thing to the right girl. His mind was only in it for a minute. And the girl in question had a very strict upbringing and wanted to rebel, but the narrator wanted to do the right thing and not take advantage of her. They ended up getting together briefly, and the narrator is amazed that with his big mouth and tendency to not act right, he somehow got as far as he did with her. Despite his normal behavior of being a playboy and having his standbys on the line, they still managed to, have a little something. The hardest part is knowing that it won't be her this time, is what he says later. And in other words, he caught feelings right in the middle of his normal behavior. Later, she went to marry some guy she had talked about, even though that person wasn't good for her, and the narrator regrets that she won't remember what he said last night, that if she ever needed someone to pick up the pieces in her life, it would be him. The bridge and actually more so the middle eight, because there's a verse after it. So the middle eight and the end of the song are the same, with the narrator repeating the phrase, please, please, baby, come back, without knowing if she ever will. So the intro uses G, D, A, B minor, and A sus4. The song is written in D major, so this is a 4-1-5-6-5 pattern. The verses use G, D sus2, A, D sus2, which is a 4-1-5-1 pattern, and that gets played 3 times. The pre-chorus then uses B minor, A, and G, followed by G/F, E minor, G, and A, which is a 6-5-4-4-2-4-5 pattern. And the chorus uses the same progression as the intro. That middle 8 uses a G, D, A, B minor, and A, which is a 4-1-5-6-5 progression. Instrumentally, the song uses guitar, bass, drums, and programming. Structurally, the song uses a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, middle 8 chorus format. I began taking songwriting seriously around 2007, shortly before the beginning of high school for me, and by that I mean I started paying attention to song structure. This song came out somewhere, like I said, during my senior year of high school, and although I may have outgrown some of the teenage angst associated with this album, not all of it though. Just want to throw that out there. There is so much to learn from this song structurally, like the way the story is told, built up so the narrator is longing for the right girl, a la Don Juan, Don Juan, I suppose. I'm the one who speaks Spanish, hoping that it's not too late to turn his life around and get her back. The way he describes himself is tragic, and yet we kind of root for him, feeling this particular way about someone who could really help him out. So by the time we get to the third verse where he hears about her getting married, we start saying no, in a way that we kind of do with the narrator of Sylvia's mother, discussed in a previous blog and vlog kick. But in that song, we have no conceivable reason to root for the narrator as there are no details about him. But the way Right Girl is structured is perfection to a high schooler trying to get their life together and a blog writer of a certain age who thought he'd have his life together an unnamed amount of years after he graduated. So you can listen to Right Girl below. It is linked in the description of this particular video. I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you check out all of my other vlogs right here on YouTube, as well as all of my blogs, which can be found on the Memphis Songwriters Association website. Once again, I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much.